Okay, so today we're going to be looking at DPs. I'm just going to cover some specific um, properties of each DP for each character. Teen Gohan, Vegeta, and Adult Gohan. Different installments of the DP, such as medium and heavy and light, give different properties. So I'm just going to go over them and when to use them, when not to use which one, and just for each character basically. So just to quickly go over each individual character's DP and differences and stuff, just to quickly show you here. This is Teen Gohan's light DP. Oh, enemy set to block. So we got Teen Gohan's light DP, 1000 damage, and if you look in the top right, you can see that only about half of it, or maybe just under half of it, is blue health. If you compare that to the medium, which does more damage, however all of it's blue health. The reason it's blue health is because the medium and the heavy versions are fully invulnerable to everything. However, the light version is only invulnerable to air attacks from frame 1. And that's the heavy version there. As you can see, that is the most damage, and it also gives blue health right there. So yeah, so if I set the bot to do a heavy attack, and I do a light DP, let me try and time it right. Yeah, right there, get counted. However, if I do a medium DP, go straight through it, and the same with heavy. So yeah, so that's basically the main difference between them. The light one is completely air invuln, and it scales your damage better. That's in Spark and Banish combos. And with the heavy, you do get a bit of a if you're in sparking, the heavy's pretty good because you can do this and then do whatever combo or whatever. But generally, you want to be using the light and medium versions. With Vegeta, it's a little bit different. His DP is actually kind of unique. It's an upward knee kick. Similar thing though with the light, medium, and heavy versions when you compare them. Blue damage, and that one's also blue damage or blue health. Different thing about Vegeta though is that his actually give a knockdown state. So you can see there, the opponent's a little bit knocked down. And with the heavy version, it's a complete sliding knockdown, and it's actually very gives you a very long distance that they slide on. So pretty good corner carry there. The interesting thing about the medium one, the knockdown for the medium one, it's like somewhere in between a sliding knockdown, a regular sliding knockdown, and a soft knockdown. So if I show you here, see he attacks straight away. If I do a launcher into this, it gives a sliding knockdown, but it's not as long as the sliding knockdown from this heavy version, right? So the heavy version sort of gives always a guaranteed sliding knockdown. I call it a forced sliding knockdown. However, it doesn't do that if you previously used the sliding knockdown smash already. So if I do the medium to a vanish, hang on, and I do that again, because you already used your sliding smash, you don't get the sliding knockdown from the H version. And if you want to get a regular sliding knockdown from the M version, you've previously used a launcher smash, so a 2H or a J2H. So I'll show you here. And you get a sliding knockdown effect. You can jump in. Generally, it's kind of a pain to follow up on with supers. You can follow up with an angled big bang attack, and it will hit. So he does have that to compensate for the distance you have to travel. Obviously, if you use the heavy version, you do get a much easier time following up. Obviously, that's not going to hit, but you can follow up, you can move up, you can run up, or you can do a big bang attack from far away, and it will follow up. But there are different times later on I'll show in the video where you want to be using the medium version over the heavy version, and sometimes you want to be using the heavy version over the medium version. Generally, you want to be using the heavy version when you're solo, But yeah, I'll explain that later. And with Gohan, light DP, similar to, basically same thing as Teen Gohan's, least damage. And the interesting thing about adult Gohan is that his DP, similar to Vegeta, has 2 hits on the medium version. And if you look closely, this will come into play later. The light version does more damage alone than the first hit of the medium version. So first hit is 600, and then obviously it follows up with another one. But the first hit of the light does 900, which will come into play later. Obviously heavy version, just basically more damage. And as you level up with Gohan, you get more hits on the DP. So yeah, there's that. Same with heavy version, just more damage. And also the light version also gains more damage. But yeah, so that's basically it. So now we're going to run over when in which situations you want to use what, and how they interact with blue health, and how they interact with damage scaling. So one of the things I see a lot of people doing is using the medium DP when someone does it like an IED, to like on their wake up. Instead of using the medium version, you should either actually be using the light or the heavy version, because the light version is anti-air, so it will stuff the IED, and the heavy version has a quicker startup. So all these safe jumps that you see are probably not safe jumps for the heavy version. So I'm just going to show you how the light, medium and heavy versions interact with sparking combos, and it also interacts the same with vanish combos as well. As you can see, the light DP is giving like a lot of damage on the spark combo, and the meter gain is also pretty good. So this ends in about, this combo was about I think 9,000 damage, so you know it's big damage if you start with the light into a punish. If you start with the medium, I'm going to speed up here just so it's basically the same combo. So, but yeah, if you start with the medium, the meter gain is still good, but as you can see the damage is nowhere near the same amount. I think this combo was about 6.9 damage, something like that, or 6.7k, and all of it's blue health. So this is why you don't really want to be using the medium if you want to go for a punish. And if you do the heavy, as you can see with all combos that start with the heavy special, there's like 0 meter gain, or very close to 0 meter gain, even in sparking. So you don't even get enough meter to do the combo. If you do have enough meter to like do the whole DHC, you're gonna have to start with 7 bars basically for this kind of combo, and it's like 7 bars for 7.1k damage or something like that. So it's only 400 more damage than starting with the MDP, and all of it's blue health, so it's not worth it at all. So when would be a good time to use the medium version? Well, that would be against non-overhead meteors. So as you can see there, I just tried to do the LDP into the against a 5L from Gohan. Because it's not an overhead, I don't have the invincibility. However, if I use the medium version, I do. So this is when you want to be using the medium version. Okay, so that's during wake up. That's on wake up. So what about combos? Well, generally, the only time you really want to be using DPs in a combo is if you start with the super dash. And for adult Gohan and teen Gohan, or for the adult Gohan rather, if you go this route, as you can see on the screen now, it's better to do the light DP into the super. If you do the medium version, it doesn't actually connect with the second hit, while the first hit it does, but it still does less damage than the light version. However, if you do have some synergy on your team, maybe with Teen Gohan or Goku, you can do what you just saw on the screen now. For Teen Gohan, really you want to be using the M version. Actually, the M version does more damage than the medium. However, if you want to connect it with this route, with the super, it does have a little bit more hash time, and you have to be a lot quicker because the M version actually takes them higher off the ground. So, but it still does work, and the M version is better. Vegeta. Vegeta, basically, the conversation isn't really between his L and MDP, it's more about his M and HDP. To be honest, there's literally zero ever situation where you want to be using the LDP instead of one of his other moves to end the combo. So yeah, but generally for the HDP, you want to use it when you want better Oki and a longer knockdown and more damage than the M version. If you already use the launcher super or launching smash like 2H or J2H, then just use your MDP unless you want extra damage, because it will still give a slight knockdown. So yeah, the HDP basically just gives more knockdown. If you're using the optimal combo, however, you can't actually connect your big bang attack if you use the medium DP. That's because, like I said earlier, you have to use a launching smash to ensure that your medium DP gives a sliding knockdown. However, with a HDP, there's no problem with that. You can just do it, throw it out, and it gives a sliding knockdown like no matter what. And you can connect your big bang attack. If you only have 1 meter though, and you want to swap out Vegeta, as you can see he has a lot of blue hat life here, you can use the MDP and you can actually DHC, you can Z change into another super, and that will connect. So that's an application you can use if you only have 1 meter. And as you can see here, we're gonna do a little bit of a combo, and it's important to know when it's good to use your MDP, because I can see that only does 4,700 damage. However, if you do the MDP into a Z change, you'll get a little bit more damage, and sometimes this can be the difference between getting a kill or not. Exact same combo, different endings.